Test. 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 Test.
You're supposed to be recording something out there?
Going to.
How was school today, right?
All right. I think we're good. All right, it is nearly 15 today, so I'm taking advantage of it. And even though it is raining a bit, I'm going to clean this thing inside and out. Got some people or tomorrow, not today. A little bit more than I'm gonna do yet. I'd like to do a full decontamination with the iron and water spot removers. But we're gonna start out, we're not doing anything fancy. We're gonna do it completely, not completely rinseless. We are gonna have to rinse if we decontaminate, but using rinseless wash, we're not gonna use any foam. Not today. So I got IK sprayer with rinseless. Yeah, the car's wet, but water is not good for lubrication. So I'm going to spray it down here quickly. I should be able to get out and roll a little quicker this time because I have most of my stuff ready. All right, we're gonna let that dwell, and while we're doing that, we're gonna rinse off the wheels and wheel wells, put more rinseless on, and then clean those first. We're back. And I will be using just the rinseless wash to wash the wheels and tires because I watched it very recently. All right, wheels are done. All right, now, since the vehicle is quite clean, I'm not going to rinse off the entire thing and reapply the rinseless wash. I'm going to go right into the contact wash. Only thing I'm going to rinse off and reapply rinseless to is to some of the lower plastics that have some grit on them. Otherwise, everything else is pretty good. Doesn't need that extra. All right, now I'm going to do quick contact wash. Rinse with sponge. Wrung almost all the way out. Then after that, we'll do the iron remover. I won't need to redunk this very often just because the vehicle is quite clean. The outside is really not. I mean, even though we're doing quite a bit, I'm going to try to do a decontamination, whatnot. Not the main focus. What I really need to get done is interior. For grills and whatnot, I have this flag tip, so quite soft, but soft and whatnot, but quite firm enough so it can wipe off dirt. DIY detail. Great on grills and emblems and whatnot. Just been soaking in the rinseless wash bucket. The sponge, as much as Ivan LaCroix likes to say, you can wash an entire car with it. I mean, you can. You're going to go through sponge. You'll have one of these for no start to introduce wear onto the sponge. Also going to do mirrors with this. If you're wondering what this brush is called, it's the DIY Detail Wheel and Body Brush. It's getting around emblems, license plates, because I'm not taking that off. Any little chrome bits, plastic bumpers. This is just showing when you maintain your car, even if you don't do it every single week, which winter I definitely don't, how easy, fast it is to do this. Even without a lot of fancy tools, even as a mobile controller, really makes some good decisions. See if we are getting a little bit of accumulation here because we didn't rinse chemical, so we're getting a little. Any dirt that would have come off with the rinse is still on there, but there's just so little of it.
on the surface. Sponge has problems absorbing everything. Out once in a while because not only is there rinseless wash on the surface, there's rain water to speed it up all day. The other side real quick. So good. Hoping this comes through all right. I am speaking through an earbud. Hopefully it's picking up this microphone and not the phone's microphone. That's it. Rinse the wash process pretty much over. I'm not going to dry quite yet. On a glove. We're going to do it a little bit different. Here to dry. Grab my hands off so we can get in some gloves. Iron remover stuff, kind of nasty, but I haven't done it all winter, so there is going to be iron on the car from brake dust and industrial fallout, and we are going to be using clay lubricant with a synthetic perforated decontamination towel. Not trying to be a DIY detail fanboy. Their is built for efficiency, and in a business, efficiency is king. Maximize profits. We've had the towel soaking in the rinseless wash. There's already some rinseless on the surface. All the dirt should be gone. We can real quickly do a mechanical first step of chemical decontamination with iron remover, single spray. There's already rinseless on there to lube. This acts as additional lube, and then it moves. Not very contaminated. Probably doesn't help that I put a fresh layer of spray sealant on the last time around. I can hear there's a bit decontamination. Usually the hood is not terribly bad, at least where I live. Probably can't hear it, but it is catching on some particle. A couple of passes later. Got rid of that. The nice part about this iron remover is you can decontaminate plastic, glass. Plastic just very lightly go over. Won't get the same kind of junk that glass paint will. after we've done a panel, flip it. We got to fold it into fours. Another spray, another spray. Fender right here. And the plastic. Super small panel, so I'm going to bring a little bit more. Keep going. The headlights as well. And super great part about using the iron remover this way. You don't smell it nearly as much because you're using only an ounce or two at most on an entire vehicle. So yes, if I open this bottle and take a whiff, yeah, it smells nasty. It's got the TGA acid, which makes it smell bad. But using so little, and it's going right under the surface instead of in the air. Flip the towel again because you use two sides. Glass. There's just so much less going into the air. I'm going to do this panel, the glass, especially if you have a fresh towel, you can use a little bit of pressure. Just breaking the towel a little bit, but otherwise zero pressure. So I'm just using one finger. Really light. And here, that's sufficient. And not likely today, but if this stuff does dry on the surface, add a little bit more iron remover, and then you can rinse it away. Really, a little bit more. Now that they like to play that way. And it's not technically good. We're at like 99% humidity. Shouldn't have any problems drying it. So little pressure that sometimes it slips out of your hand. Down near the bottom of the wheel, this is where it works. That'll happen. Flip or dip in the wash bucket once again. And present more. traditional or dated wash method, which still work incredibly well. It's not the most efficient, but soap and water wash, rinsing in between every step. Using a traditional clay bar, which actually will wash the surface. Camera. So hopefully you guys are still working. You can see, so humid, not even close to drying yet. Right here, getting kind of close, but still not going to dry. A little bit of examination, but really not a whole lot. Alright, just the roof to do. whole reason the roof's going so quick is because most of it is a two-pane sunroof that goes up to here. Alright, done with iron remover. Gonna put the towel back in the wash bucket. Now we do have to rinse. For the first time this detail actually. So now take the old pressure washer. Rinse off all the iron. It hasn't really dried out a whole lot. Alright, got all that off. Now we are mechanically decontaminated, but we still have more to be completely clean and any protection on here unclogged. So we're going to finish off with water spot remover. Pretty liberally, one of the rare products that DIY tells you to spray all over the car. This one does smell a little bit. I feel like this one was more of a subjective smell. Most people do not like the smell of iron remover. I could go either way on this one, but I'm going to start out just going to dissolve any minerals that are in water spots, and we're going to have to rinse off again after that. Very important on glass. You can ignore water spots on paint if you really want to, but on glass, very hard to do. Cool. Don't get in your mess. And at this point, you may be wondering, can you be sure that it's getting as many minerals as possible? And that's where this next step comes in. I'm going to take my microfiber towel, going to dampen it with just water, and I suppose you could do rinseless wash as well. Dampened. You're going to use this to spread it, and instead of flipping, you're just going to use one side the entire time and spread it all out. Allows you to use a little bit less product. Use a little bit less product. Goes a lot further. And does a lot better job of the section for 5 minutes. That you probably wouldn't get it if you're impatient like me. You can just stand there and watch it, get your work done. beads out, and this one you don't want to put back in your wash bucket because it's water sharp remover. It has acid in it, unlike which is this particular version is neutral. Then rinse it off well. Gonna hang this over the side of the bucket here, and gonna rinse off. And because there's pretty fresh protection on there, as my drying aid, just gonna use a little bit more rinseless water. Alright, still pretty good pressure there. One quick thing. Typically, a wash remover used on like a ceramic coating or even a spray sealant like this one will bring back a lot of the beads. But because of the pH changes that are happening, it may not bring them back right away. So if you're using a good stout sealant, like I'm using Panty Organizer's ceramic spray sealant, or if you're using something like ceramic gloss, or any sealant that claims like 6 to 9 month durability, it's going to chemically scar the surface a little bit. So after about a day you're beating, it might take a day for the beating to come back. You can see the beating is coming back, but it's just more sheeting on the hood. So if I come back tomorrow, I'm driving the rain tomorrow, it will more than likely beat up a lot better. Let's quick finish this. dishwasher, you're going to get some water inside. That's fine if you're doing the inside as well. But if you're just doing an exterior, take some waterless wash and some rinseless wash. And just do the door jambs that way. Alright, so all the water spot remover is rinsed off. Now we're going to dry. I used both my drying towels in the last couple of days. My big ones. I don't know if you can see, but the 1500 right here. This thing is like 8 pounds right now. I've got some Ray Company. Oh, what are these called? Mine completely went blank. Over these, the gauntlet. I've got some 1 foot by 1 foot gauntlets. These should do pretty well. Might take me a little bit longer than normal. That's a little bit of drying aid, rinseless wash on the towel. With some on surface, very lightly. Very, very light lubrication on here, just enough to help the towel glide a little bit better. So here's our first of 3 towels I have available. I'll start with the glass, get the towel going. Takes a little bit of time to get these drying towels going, but after it passes on the glass, fine. A little moisture in them. They're absorbing pretty well. And off we go. I have some other Ray Company Dry Me a River, which I typically use just on glass. I'm going to use that. I have to go over it again, just because as much as the Gauntlet is like their best-selling drying towel, that Ray Company, it's got patented hex design on it to help dry better. I really don't find it to be my absolute favorite. I love the Liquidator and the 1500. Yeah, see, these really aren't drying bad. And it's starting to sprinkle again, so. lot of these water spots are gone. Good. This one doesn't absorb as well as the others once you get it wet. What I am finding out is I don't use it that often. Definitely get a launder my towels afterwards. Alright, now this towel is quite wet, but I'm going to see how it goes on this one. That didn't work great. But it is drip dropping outside. I'm gonna grab waffle leaf, dry me a river. Get good glass. The roof is not a huge concern for me. It's just gonna be wet, kind of gross for the foreseeable future. And it's starting to rain harder now. Alrighty. Might finish off the drawing a little bit later. I'm gonna move to the inside. Pull this guy into the garage. All right, do a little more drying. Just make sure the glass doesn't get spotty. It's been bothering me lately. Alright, I'm going to pull the vacuum out. Go to vacuum. Got some tools here for job. Different job, not detailing. I have to put the seat back up because I believe people I am pulling around are going to be many. This extension cable. Probably could make the existing cord on the shop vac work, but I'll need to wrap up. Damn, the nice retractable green one. This is a shop vac, 6 horsepower, 6 gallon? 8 gallon. 8 US gallons it says on it. If I can find the L. Alright, this is going to be loud. It's not very quiet. So, vacuum this back area out. This isn't my major concern. I might wipe down the plastics, but front is going to be my main concern. Stuff here in the back. Not gonna be people in the back. So right now I'm gonna get out the floor mats. At least the front two. I think the back ones aren't really that bad. Maybe the middle row. This is not the most efficient way to do this. I have a process I would normally do. Take out these first before I wash, but this is just kind of spur of the moment thing. So let's get this floor mat. Here's a passenger. Got some foaming all-purpose cleaner. This is Toast Me Green Star at 1 to 15. Dip the brush into the old wash bucket. Then here is the row. Some Alright, give that a little extra time to dwell on all of those. Alright, I'm just getting anything extra out of the car inside. Wash these off now. Probably won't apply any protection to these. I like using post-shine stuff to protect it, rejuvenate these. I might use it on the driver, maybe the passenger. This one, the question I put on it about a year ago was still good because I don't have people know that. Good place to set. I'll top a couple buckets over there. Hopefully we're still live. Otherwise I'm just talking to myself. Alright, now we are done with the pressure washer today. Get back into vacuuming. I don't know how the lighting is going to be I don't have much lighting for interiors. I have one big light I might try to get out. Where is it? Alright, got this kind of really big light. There. Alright, I'm going to vacuum out right here. Really not that dirty, especially in the back. Can't get in there. If I shorten this tripod, I might have lost. Maybe we're back. Alright, this is just not working. I kind of got to get this done, so we're going to cut the stream off now, but I will walk you through what I'm going to do, what I would typically do. Format would be cleaned. Then I would vacuum out any dirt. Maybe use a little brush. The carpets in here are already protected with some exterior ceramic from DIY Detail. So I would more than likely just spray my air freshener, which is either this Jungle Juice from Platinum Post or a product whose name I don't appreciate, but very good. This fresh, very from Bio. I lost you again there. Yep, I'm gonna wipe down all the seats with a rinseless wash or a little bit of interior clean and protect from DIY Detail. Probably rinseless because I'm adding an air freshener. Put a little guff on the two floor mats. Get it smelling good in there. there, and that will be it. Maybe dry off this a little bit more because it is a little bit dirty in here. Not dirty, wet still. This whole light thing just it really isn't working out for me, and with the rain outside. Typically, I would do this out there, and then it'd be much easier to film. But today is not that day because it is rainy. Thank you, anyone that tuned in. I can't even see the live chat or the stream, so I don't even know if anyone is listening. But yeah, interior clean and protect on the vacuum. Get rid of any dirt, stuck in crevices. Wipe down these surfaces. Wipe down this door jamb. Yeah, that's pretty much it.